Alrighty babes, so the very first thing that I'm going to do is part my hair, and I mean, isn't that how I start just about every hair tutorial? Yeah, I'm just gonna make a top and a bottom section, and of course I'm gonna go through with my tangle teaser to make sure that everything is nice and combed out. My hair is a little damp, and you're gonna use a section about yay big and throw in a little bit of this mousse. Make sure that when you comb your hair out, you get it as soft and as straight as possible, because you are going to be taking the roller and wrapping it around the end and then rolling it up, and you want the smoothest curl possible for a bouncy and curly look. Now when twisting, don't pull too tight, and when it's time to take both ends of the flexi rod and kind of twirl them around each other, you want to do it in an almost spiral type of motion. Now it seems kind of hard, but once you do it a couple times it gets easy, and if you're noticing that your spiral is a little too loose, it's probably because you didn't do it right. And I'm going to move in now with some curling rods, and why I'm using them around the edge area of my hair is because they kind of give a different type of curl that it looks better in the front, and it's also going to make it a lot easier to sleep on, and you don't have to worry about pulling out your hair, because laying on these flexi rods is a little painful and uncomfortable, but you know, you want to keep your hair intact. Now, for me personally, I like to do this style and let it set overnight and dry that way, but you can definitely sit under a heated dryer or anything like that. It's totally up to you. Putting this hairnet on was definitely a challenge, so make sure you have someone to help you do it. But once you've done that, you can go ahead and do whatever you want until it dries. So after a little dance break in the morning, I decided it was time to take these bad boys out, and removing this hairnet was just as annoying as putting it on. But to unwrap the flexi rods, all you have to do is unwrap them in the opposite direction that you rolled them, which is super easy and doesn't take nearly as long as it did to apply them to my hair. As for the little purple guys in the front, you're going to do the exact same thing, just unhook them and then pull straight down. In this clip, you can just see the difference between the purple rod and the orange rod curl. Now I'm going in with some Palmer's oil, and this is just going to help while I am taking apart each curl to prevent any type of frizz and allow my fingers to glide through smoothly. And how I pull apart each one is just simple. I make every one curl into 2 or into 3 depending on how big the curl section was. For the most part, I only separate them twice to keep as much frizz away as possible, but I'm going to do that to my entire head. And when I get around the crown area, I'm just going to switch it up and bring every piece that I pull apart forward, and that is what is going to form my bang. Keep in mind that the length of your natural hair will decide how long or short this hairstyle will be. The more picking you do or the more separating you do will create more frizz, but if you like it big, then girl, go ahead and do that. I'm going to pick out my hair a little bit more just to create a little bit more of volume, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Lost in your lips. that I've